Hearst Castle, Unsung Heroes.
Hello, I'm Terry, one of the tour guides here at the Hearst Castle. I and other guides are investigating the lives of the lesser-known persons who contributed to the construction of William Randolph Hearst's dream here on this hilltop in San Simeon. These included men and women who were plasterers, stonemasons, painters, carpenters, and even plumbers. These lives are relatively unknown, and we refer to these as the unsung heroes of the Hearst Castle. The unsung hero who I'm going to talk about is a man whose work is relatively unseen, but without his work, no one could visit the castle. And if they did, it could have been very uncomfortable. Alex Rankin was the son of John Rankin, whose company performed the plumbing work here at the hilltop beginning in 1923 and continuing for 25 years. That work included piping for the water supply, storage, and distribution for the 60 bathrooms and all kitchen services here. Alex Rankin was born in 1906, and in 1924, at the age of 18, just out of high school, he joined his father's workforce here in San Simeon and soon earned a reputation as a reliable and hard-working laborer. He left the hilltop for a few years to gain work outside of his father's business, but returned in 1932 and stayed for 6 years, making the hilltop his home. His skills and dependability extended beyond just plumbing. He was known to step in and help wherever help was needed. He assisted plugging of leaks in the pool tiles, he repaired electrical failures, and he even assisted the zookeepers of the largest private zoo in the country in settling animals into their cages and pens. Alex Rankin was not your average plumber. When the Depression of the 1930s set in, it limited Hearst's financial ability to build here. He contacted Julia Morgan, the architect, and asked her to slow the work down and even to stop part of it. You'll see much of the unfinished building here when you visit. He also asked that the laborers be furloughed. When George Lors, the superintendent at the time, heard that, he contacted the hilltop manager and said, "Keep Alex Rankin on the payroll." He said, "Never have Hearst and his guests here without Alex being able to troubleshoot any condition and to make sure that all the systems required for the guests would remain in working order." Lors thought Alex was the most handy of all the workmen on the hilltop, a jack of all trades, the most versatile of all workers. But Alex wasn't all work. He was friendly and good-natured, and contractors' letters indicate that he really enjoyed social gatherings, a frequent guest at George Lors, the superintendent's home, with family and friends. And occasionally he was seen dining with a local school teacher at a Cambria restaurant. Alex showed great patience and stamina. In 1933, Hearst asked that this pool have salt water added to it. Alex warned against that. He said adding salt water would damage the pool and its equipment. When Hearst agents persisted, they said, "How much salt should we add?" He said, 20 tons of salt might do it. Within a very short time, the pool equipment failed, and Alex commented that the cast iron of the equipment could be cut like cheese. More work for Alex. And Alex showed great tolerance for the request of his client. With little notice, and in 1 week's time, he helped plumb 11 temporary bathrooms to accommodate guests for the 71st birthday celebration of Mr. Hearst. But after that party weekend, all of his work was disassembled and removed. And then in 1937, a cold spell froze more than 50 sections of pipe throughout the cottages in Casa Grande. Alex alone took care of the repairs. If you have visited the hilltop, or when you do, you'll see elaborate bath fixtures from the 1920s, 30s, and 40s. But you won't see the extensive hundreds and hundreds of feet of piping in the floors and walls that make these fixtures work. You can't see the craft, the skill, and the patience of Alex Rankin and his associate plumbers that have made these systems continue to work for nearly 100 years. I am very grateful to be able to call out Alex Rankin as a major contributor to the construction here at the Hilltop and an important unsung hero. If you haven't yet, come see all of the creations of the artisans at the castle. And when you do, consider the unsung heroes work that made all of this habitable. Remember Alex Rankin when you do.